Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Meticulous Talks on November 11th. I'm cursedchords.
Hi, I'm Bugle.
Actually introduced yourself as yourself for once.
It happens.
It happens, yes. I actually managed to get the real Bugle. Only seemed natural, given the shade you were giving out last week, that I would bring you on here to dunk on both of your opponent's mistakes.
Well, only one of them's my opponent.
Right.
Arguably, the person who makes the more mistakes will not be my opponent, right?
Arguably so, yeah. Bugle does know the outcome of this match. We've already scheduled the lower bracket final to come, but you don't know the details, unless some of the participants have told you what happened.
My guess is one person won and the other person lost.
Relatively safe bet, generally. Yeah, that's happened in all the previous matches so far.
It is an alarming trend.
If you have no idea what we're talking about, this is going to be our lower bracket semifinal match of this year's Invitational, the first streamed match of the lower bracket this year. And our two protagonists for tonight are Bigcheese and Tom. One of them will be going home in fourth place. One of them will be advancing to play against Bugle in the lower bracket final.
So this is going to be pretty interesting since, or for me specifically, since I'm hoping, obviously I know the outcome, but let's assume I don't know the outcome. I'm personally hoping for Tom to win because I gave Tom a solid thrashing a couple of weeks ago, and I feel I could do a repeat performance. While I feel Bigcheese would give me more of a run for my money, specifically in adventure. I feel he has an edge there. But Cheese is running a deck that I'm piloting as well, the Celestia combo list without Mistmane. And Tom was surprised to play against it and then was like, oh, this is how this deck works, and this is why it is good. And it makes me wonder, will Tom choose a different deck? Expecting Cheese to go with the combo list first, since he tried the Bluna deck and it was not fast enough. Meanwhile, the Yonabar deck has almost no friends, so it's trickier for the Celestia deck to pull off a win, though there is a copy of Rarity Throw Me a Bone just for those friendless matches.
Right. Well, for that, I suppose I can tell you that you'll get an answer to your question right away, because Adventure was the first format drawn. Cheese did indeed choose his Celestia deck, and Tom did indeed switch it up and go with Yonabar.
Oh, well, let it say young dogs can't learn new tricks. Or let it not be said. Whatever.
Right. So, by way of quick refresher, let's start with Cheese's list. We have seen this one many times in the tournament so far, as tends to happen when people make deep runs in this tournament.
Oh, and there are 3 people playing this list. Hithrox is different, but it is based off of this list, pretty obviously.
Mm-hmm. The key cards don't change because they are the combo. As you mentioned, you have a slightly harder time against a deck with very few friends. Tom's Yona list has just the 3 garbles. But you do have the singleton rarity, and you can tutor that if you need to.
You can also, and this is how I typically won my matches in playtesting against this list, just play Lunch Break so many times that it doesn't matter. I that's why Cheese citing out the Lesser Dawn is kind of surprising to me, because I personally found I got a large number of my points from Lesser Dawn and Lunch Break.
Right. Not the proper combo, but
Not the proper combo. You can do it, and sometimes that is what I wound up doing in my playtesting, preparing for Tom's the match against Tom. But that is personally what I found to be the best route, was just take 7 turns in a row. It is difficult for many decks to beat that particular strategy.
yeah. Gee, I thought I already forget, but it was like 4 or whatever that I saw at Continentals was rough enough.
Yeah, well, there's 3 lunch breaks in here,
Yeah, and they
and
can
if you
all.
copy each one,
That's a lot of extra turns.
yeah. Granted, 7 in a row is rare, but if you can do it, do it.
Yep. Meanwhile, on Tom's side, is the Yonabar Farm deck. Just open it up here quickly for myself.
Now, his sideboard isn't actually a sideboard. It is a wish board. Or I guess a creation board, as you might say in ponies, since latest greatest creation can go fetch any of these cards at will.
Right.
But yeah, we banned collectively. We banned latest greatest creation in core, but not in harmony or adventure. And Tom apparently had this as his second pick in core, and then turned around and decided to run it in adventure.
I know. I like, for that matter, Surprise Concert was his first pick in core,
He's
and he
running that too. Yes.
yes.
I believe this is actually based off of the Adventure Yonabar farm list I played earlier this year at, I want to say, Babs. I think I played Yonabar at Babs. No, I played the combo at Babs. It must have been a online con then.
Okay.
Though he has added garbles, and to actually play those garbles, he's added Plenty of Shadows,
Well,
which is to say he actually has zero way to put a garble in his hand into play.
that is true. Yes.
And I
Yes.
think he only has 2, or does he have a full 3?
He has a full rack of garbles.
Okay, yeah.
Um,
Yeah, that makes sense. You don't want to draw every garble. But on the other hand, you also don't want to draw a single garble.
Any garbles, yes. Very true. Gee, that card's not even unique, is it? My goodness.
Nope.
So, yeah. Playing against combo as a not control deck. Tom does have some options. He has Chrono Trigger to potentially get rid of combo pieces. And he has Fit of Peak to hit the discard pile. That's not important. Well, it's potentially important before Celestia flips.
If you can get a Fit of Peak before Celestia flips, and you have enough AT, Celestia will not flip. The question is that good enough a strategy, right? Because if Cheese has already built up an AT gen board, right, even without a flipped Celestia, it might not be worth the AT, right?
Right.
But if Celestia is struggling and hasn't found a glimmer, hasn't been able to flip, denying those events could be very relevant. And you should probably hit tranquilities if you see them as well.
Very true.
But that said, having 0 forms of AT generation himself, it's sometimes just not worth spending the AT to try and deny Celestia. I am kind of surprised that he put a Pony of Shadows in his sideboard here. That's a very expensive Pony of Shadows to find, right?
Right. That's cost a card, and well, if you type
Yeah.
in the cost of the latest greatest.
Yeah, that would be uh, a total of 3 AT and 3 cards, as opposed to 1 AT and 1 card.
Mhm.
But maybe he's banking on the fact that this gives him access to more Pony of Shadows. And if he can get an early Garble and try and get not only the point acceleration there, but also just disrupting Cheese's hand by doing as many face-offs a turn as you can, that is my guess as to his game plan here. Not be faster, but be more disruptive to the point where Cheese can't actually uh, pull off his combo effectively.
That is a fair point. That like even though the combo itself is 4 cards, the supporting cards that go along with it, the lunch breaks, the ways to get 5 blue to play the lunch breaks, the well, I guess you wouldn't need the rarity if there's a Garble in play. Well, maybe you wouldn't want to face off against Garble. Like, yeah, it could be difficult for Cheese to hang on to enough pieces if he's discarding
Yeah.
lots of stuff.
And Cheese sided out one of his spider surprises. So he only has one way to make spider surprise or to make Garble leave play as well. Which is a bit dangerous. Well, he can make Garble leave play temporarily with Luna's Future, but that is only helpful if you are going for the combo route with Bone.
Mhm.
Because since the opponent gets to choose their friend, if I was Tom, I would always choose Garble, which is harder for a Daybreaker to beat than whatever friend you exhausted to give to Tom.
Exactly. All right. Shall we?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to apologize before we even start. We're missing about a minute from the top of the match because I just forgot to press the record button.
Oh. Uh-oh.
But nothing major.
Doesn't look like
To
anything
play
has
2
happened in that
troublemakers
first
at the
minute.
same problem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Friendship
So
counter
Tom did
into
go
your
first
turn.
and played a couple
Okay.
troublemakers.
I would not have put 2
Up
troublemakers to the same
3.
problem
I'll spend
uh,
1
this early.
for a twilighting to look at the top 3.
Was that just as a like you would have preferred to play the Pony of Shadows and whatever that epic is over there?
Like it is. I would have put 1 at both problems
Put
because Cheese does try to confront.
Right.
It he's got Daring Do in the list. He could have Luster Dawn. Tom doesn't know that he does
we'll
not have
put
Luster Dawn.
1 in
And just
hand.
every point you get is AT you don't need to get later, you know?
Mhm. Yeah. So yeah, that Starlight Glimmer, because obviously that's what that is,
Yep.
can serve value just as blocking. It is 0 points, right?
1 on top.
At Buckball? Yes.
And 1 on bottom. Nope. Wrong place.
That is not how that works,
You got
Cheese.
Okay.
Now, my guess though is that
I
Tom is
will
thinking, I'm just going to play this Pony of Shadows at the other problem eventually anyway. But there's
pass
just
turn.
no reason not to block off
1.
both problems.
80.
Right.
Draw.
In
Where I make
combo
the
piece watch on
face.
Cheese's side, we already have a Granny Smith and
Thinking where I move it.
And Bone.
Yes.
Yes.
Don't need to search for
So
that.
do
Technically, Tom is supposed to uncover all troublemakers and then process triggers.
Yes.
But this is unlikely to actually matter.
Yeah, let's move her here.
I like that Tom refers to Yonavar as a her here, despite being a plurality of two different characters, of two different genders.
What?
Knows what's up. No one
Interesting.
cares about Sandbar on Yona and Sandbar.
It's true.
Interesting.
Well,
Now, see,
sorry.
having the I didn't catch that was a Glimmer before. That makes it even weirder that he
Troublemaker.
wouldn't have played the Pony of Shadows turn
Friendship
1.
counter, it turns over. Friendship counters are removed, and your turn.
Because you
Yep.
want to
Okay.
beat up that Pony of
Game
Shadows
2,
as soon as
draw a
possible.
card.
Right.
And now he's got a Pony of Shadows at the other problem?
Pass
Yeah,
turn.
like you'd think you want Chrono Trigger to stay out because it's combo disruption.
Yeah, this is completely backwards as far as I can tell.
Oh, yeah, we both managed, yep.
Oh, well, he's already got one of those.
Well, yeah, he already has one, and Daring 2 is not as great in this matchup, aside from providing some blue requirement.
What?
You're or facing off, okay.
Yeah, well, first I'd want, then there's Troublemaker face, but yeah, I'm facing off.
So, okay, this is 3 versus 6. Flip to
versus
5,
7,
so that
well,
looks like 8
guess
to
I already
7.
win.
Tom doesn't even need to play that
Yep.
Fitafique.
Yep. He does have it, though. This is the
Yeah.
hypothetical we were looking at. If he...
Stay banished.
Oh, and yeah, I kind of screwed this up.
Yeah,
Should
that's flip too. Yep, that's fine.
So,
yeah,
see.
with the Fit of Peak and the Pony of Shadows. Wait, also,
Yeah, sure.
Tom's
Play a Troublemaker,
possibly at
surprise
the wrong
concert trigger,
problem.
attempt to confront the prize concert.
Though
Oh,
this
and I
is
should
an
pay for the
easier
problem.
problem to confront.
Yeah.
But also,
Right.
like, if he loses the problem,
That's fine.
he's a little
Your
sadder.
turn.
It's a good point.
Okay.
Yep.
Game 3, draw a card.
So it's an interesting judgment call on which problem you would rather be at here.
Let's
Did
pay one.
Cheese have worn outs and not
Okay.
play them?
Let's pay one.
He had one.
To
Yes.
play worn out. Send Yona home.
He's playing one now.
Yona Sandbar.
Oh, I see.
Just
You want
so
to- yeah, I
you
see
can
it.
get it in there for a flip, I'm sure.
Maybe.
Well, kind of.
Okay.
Except
Pass turn.
now he can't play another event.
80.
Tom has not elected to banish these two events.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he's waiting for the third event
Main.
first.
Yes, you can do that since Celestia is an activated ability, not a trigger.
Correct.
Use Rogar's ability.
Why didn't you go to the Pony of Shadows since you were gone home? Interesting. Oh, I suppose Cheese actually wanted the Glimmer to go away. So not playing the worn out makes sense there.
Oh, right, of course. Yes. Okay. That enters play right face down,
Can
yes.
change for nothing except my main gets +4.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I suppose that 0 AT score a point.
So then I have the play requirement.
Oh, right, and also
right.
boosting to Player's Greatest, yeah.
Discard
Yeah.
Gabe.
Pretty good discard option. As mentioned, it means nothing in his hand.
Yeah, it literally all it's good for is
Yes.
discarding there. Staff makes a lot of sense.
Attempt to confront the prize concert.
I will pay 1 for worn out.
So now
And then I
Tom
will
has
flip my
no
turn.
AT, so if he
that's why
plays
it's
the
gonna
Fit
do
of
either
Peak,
turn.
he wouldn't get it back.
Right.
And your turn.
He elected not to.
Okay. Game 3, draw a card.
Which is since you're not getting it back, that's a legitimate
Okay.
question. Whether you
I
want to play it
will
there.
spend 2 to play a Trixie teacup and immediately use her.
Yep.
I'll pass turn.
So
Sorry.
this is going to be kind of interesting here.
Gabel maker.
With the Tom is going to play
Let's
this staff. See, I wouldn't have played Trixie there because Tom was just gonna
discard
scare
Shadow
it.
of Peak and
Mhm.
pay 1 to put it right back into my hand.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's cute.
That,
I
yeah.
have never thought of doing that actually.
Yeah, it works because
Yeah.
you do still properly pay the cost.
You did properly pay the cost,
Okay.
but Tom is almost certainly going to play this staff, if not this turn, soon.
Move my
right?
main and
Right.
pass.
And
Okay.
Cheese has
Ready.
Luna's Future
AT.
and the copy Glimmer in his hand, so could just banish both of them.
Mm. Doesn't have enough unicorns for that yet.
No,
Or
no, that is a small downside here. And he can't play the Betrayed here because he would just scare his own
Let's
Trixie, as he
pay
must
2
frighten a friend, and there's only one friend in play.
for Luna's Future to banish
Okay.
latest greatest.
oh, he's just gonna
Okay.
use
I will
the
then
flurry heart
exhaust
for
my
the
main to
staff.
search.
Yeah, that's valid. I did forget that he had a Flurry Heart in his hand as well. So I would probably find either Daybreaker or Glimmer here.
I'll find
Yeah.
Daybreaker.
Daybreaker
It
it
doesn't
is.
really matter which. I guess Daybreaker is more important than Glimmer, so makes more sense.
And
But there
play
are
counter
surprisingly few things that can find
Trixie,
the 3
and
power
then
friends in this deck.
use Trixie.
You're much more likely to find one of the smaller things.
Yeah, because read the manual can't do it, right?
Read the manual can't do it. Twilighting can't do it. There's no rush makeover, but even if there was, it couldn't do it.
Right. So AT.
Lunch break can though.
Raw.
Hmm.
Well,
That's 2 garbles. That's
challenge
pretty
Pony of
unfortunate.
Shadows.
Mm-hmm.
But all you need is the one left. So that is 9 to 8.
I think so. Yeah. So, well,
We want to put it back in my hand. My
Good
main
Peak and
gets
Rainbow
+4
Lacer
and
would
I
both
get
have
to
worked,
banish
but
something. Let's
yep.
banish 1 out.
preserves itself.
Yeah, as long as you are going to banish
And then I
something.
should win the face off.
Or sorry, as long
Should
as
be
you are going to pay
tied
1, you
now,
might as well
right?
banish something
Unless
I'm
I can't count.
7.
and not
I
use
have
a
2
card.
triggers.
Right. And this one also allows him to confront as well, because
Yeah, that too.
Oh, there's okay, because surprise concert. Okay, cool. Yeah, then you're good. Yep.
Alright, then I get, yep, just do the shortcut and search Gabel.
Yep.
Technically
yeah,
not how that
okay.
should work.
Yeah,
Especially since revealing the cards could be helpful to
So-
Cheese. Like if Tom
I
revealed
challenge Pony of Shadows
40
again.
cards here, you would know,
Okay.
oh,
So
the other
and
garble
that's when
was
you
probably
flip.
in
Okay.
Tom's hand, kind of thing. Like,
Mhm.
I don't think the shortcut there is correct.
that's legitimate. That's a
So,
fine
yeah,
point that
okay.
we didn't think about at the
Yep,
time.
we both flip 4s.
But, well, the trigger happened when I flipped,
Oh,
doesn't it?
yep. Yeah, that's fine. We can discard Granny Smith.
Yeah.
Ooh,
so
I
there's-
would
Then
not have
I'm
discarded
gonna
Granny
do
Smith.
the fun again.
Yeah, see,
and
because that is one of the
banish
combo
other
pieces you
one
can't search
out,
for, right?
And well,
Right.
oh wait, actually, wait, where are we? I'm at 11. You're at 10. So wait, I'm at 10. You're at 11. Well, I guess Gabel only gets +2,
Yeah.
which
Which should be enough, yeah. And you're banishing worn out?
one out.
Okay.
Fewer cards. We have the same cards,
Yeah,
so no additional points.
that's a very surprising call
Ah.
from Cheese, especially since he flipped
And
one
you can search
earlier.
my decks. There is
Though
no
that's
other
less important since
friend
he
in the
already
deck.
shuffled his deck.
I mean,
didn't he?
theoretically, I would
Right.
reveal my entire deck, so the shortcut would be you look at my deck.
No, that's fine.
Okay, so Garbles.
I would have looked. Then you can tell what Tom has in his hand.
Wait,
Right.
no, my main's at 7 because I pumped her before. Right, yeah.
Yeah, so this is a little risky from Tom. DFOing here does mean that he might give Cheese a really good problem.
Well, I guess I start with attempting to
But
confront
on
the
the other
Bugle
hand,
strategy.
Cheese is
Sure.
kind of struggling here.
Then I attempt to confront the price concert.
Did you? I guess did you play 2 cards?
I
Or-
played this card twice.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Yep. Cool.
Yeah, he is. Cheese's.
Yeah,
Well,
'cause you
now
played
the
it for the
Granny
first
Smith
one.
is
Yeah, yeah,
gone.
okay.
Still
So wait,
missing
so
2 combo pieces now.
2
Is
combo
Have a
pieces.
face-off.
double
One of which
face-off
he has to
happens,
naturally
and there's
draw.
a Garble trigger.
And also, he needs the white entry as well.
Yeah.
Well, and blue entry.
Yeah.
I just
Well, barrel is both.
3 to 4, 4 to yeah.
Well,
Feeling a
yes,
12 make that.
but
Yeah, my points should
he
be
doesn't have
fine
either at
based
the
on-
moment.
Yeah.
Worst comes to worst, you could always tutor up 2 Flim and Flams. Now, I am a little surprised at Cheese here not planning his discard strategy. Okay.
And this
I
time
don't
you
know
do
what
have fewer cards
what
in
Cheese
hand,
is
so
doing.
I get 2 points total for winning the face-off.
Yep.
Oh no. He has the betrayed, so he's decided I don't need bone at this point.
Right. There's no way for Tom
It's
to
your turn.
retire that garble, right?
Okay.
No, he could.
Gain 4.
Cornered says choose up to 3 friends.
Ah.
We'll spend 1
Well, okay.
for
There's the barrel for
a
Cheese.
singing barrel into blue. Then we will
Now he's
return singing barrel to hand.
because he's going to
Spend
play
3
the Daybreaker as well as the read the manual. He's getting value out of that
for
read the
a
manual. That goes to the
Gain
banished pile,
5.
Cheese.
Up to 13.
Don't worry, we do
I
catch that.
will trigger Celestia.
You need to banish read the manual.
Oh, yep. Yep, it gets banished.
Yeah, there is a very good reason that card says banish, and
Let's
that
see,
reason is
let's-
me. No.
Celestia.
Could have fooled me.
We'll get
Many people in playtesting immediately caught this card needs to banish. Because
pay 1
Element
mana.
of Magic still wasn't banned yet, though it was banned.
Okay.
I do believe before Read the Manual actually came out, but turns out that particular combo was very silly. There was also a time where it cost 1 and gave you 3 instead of cost 3 give you 5.
Oof. Wow.
So that was 0 AT,
one.
gain 3 AT.
For Trixie Hat Trick.
Here we go.
Then let's pay.
So Trixie Hat Trick is the special sauce in this deck. It can be found
3
with any event in the deck, including
for
Tranquility, and it makes lunch breaks and read the manuals so much
Guidance
cheaper.
Counselor.
Yep.
And we'll put that.
Especially because it triggers off itself. That's a
Yeah, she triggers off herself, so she's effectively
3.
free if you play one of those 2 events, or one of the things that cost 2, but you don't care. Very rarely is that going to be the actual case. But she also counts as a unicorn for Glimmer, so she's effectively a free unicorn to help copy that thing.
And then 3.
Copy lunch break.
let's go
That's
3.
the card.
Yeah, 5 down to 2. For
So
Glimmer, and that's 1, 2,
So,
3, 4 triggers.
that is in fact
on,
not
hat trick.
not
3
4
triggers for
unicorns.
hat
Then I
trick.
will pay
Yeah.
1. Actually, that doesn't work.
He's also missing the blue rec to play lunch break.
He's also missing the blue rec, yes.
Can I make that work?
Yeah, he doesn't have enough unicorns anyway because of Flurry. Not being a unicorn, rather.
Mhm.
So he wouldn't have been able to copy no matter what, and
Okay.
this is
Spend
pretty
1
bad.
to frighten your garble.
Now, see, that's also a mistake because
Reflected to you brought that out.
it means now he needs
Um,
another way
can I
to frighten
transfer?
Garble later.
Right.
Oh, and that puts a counter on Trixie.
So yes, I think
And I'll exhaust Trixie.
I mean Cheese is far enough behind that
Remove a
combo
counter.
is probably his only way out of this.
Uh,
I will.
Well,
I would still say a lot of lunch
Then
breaks could get you there.
That's
pay
true.
1 to draw a card.
Now that is discounted. No, it's not because he played the
Betrayed. Yeah.
betrayed. Oh my,
Oh.
poor Cheese. This is, you hate to see it.
Well, Tranquility is something. He can copy it.
That is something, yes. He would
I'll
have
spend
to
1
deny himself a point to do so,
to
though.
play Tranquility. And I will gain the 1 back and draw a card. Then I will exhaust and exhaust to
And that's another
gain
lunch
2
break.
more
So if he can find another
and draw a card.
unicorn and, you know, enough AT, oh, that's pretty good too.
We can keep going.
Then
I would not. I
so
would
that you can
try and
copy it
copy
next
this.
turn. Yeah.
I
Fair
will
enough.
Not next turn.
spend,
I would try to copy lunch break next turn. And then
Ah.
I would
one
try to copy
Tranquility
lunch
deck.
break the turn after that. Then I would try to
I'll
copy.
spend 1 to play another Tranquility. Gain 2. Draw a
On the other
card.
hand, Cheese does need to find another
Then,
unicorn. So
Okay.
pay 1 to draw.
As the Betrayed.
that's another unicorn.
And pass turn.
So I don't think Cheese is going to have to discard a card here. Tom would have to spend all of his AT just to make Cheese discard a single card.
Put a troublemaker into play. My main gets +2.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, but if I put it at your problem, yeah, I can't really do it better. If I put it at yours, then you can still confront it. So yeah.
But what card would you discard if you were Cheese and you had to discard
Move
to
my
Garble?
main, and it's your turn.
The
Okay.
Magic Instructor?
See, that's probably what I would go for as well, but Cheese does need one more unicorn.
Right.
Draw a card.
But what he might do is actually
I guess you have spare Daybreakers. Maybe you can
A1.
discard the Daybreaker.
Singing Barrel into blue.
I think actually what you do is you play read the manual to find a Trixie, and then play the Trixie as your 4th unicorn. So I think discarding Magic Instructor would have actually been the call.
3.
Okay.
Still doesn't go there, Cheese.
Read the manual and that banishes itself.
Yeah, you got it this time.
Yeah. It actually doesn't ever see the discard pile, does it?
It does if you discard it.
Well, yes.
Or if your opponent mills it. Not that that's ever happened.
I played 2 Tranquilities and then a...
Yes, our Trixie
read the manual.
senses were bad this game.
Yeah.
It's a difficult card to
Might
maintain.
be missing 1 there, but...
Well, you just did every turn, I mean.
Yeah. Then I will use Magic Instructor, exhausting these 3,
And
to
we did
copy that,
miss that
and gave
mistake, I'm
5
afraid.
more up to 13.
Oh, yep. That is still an alicorn
Then
cheese.
pay
You
3
should go find a.
for a
Hmm.
Daybreaker.
Okay.
He forgot to go find a
das-
Trixie.
Und then you
Yes.
mix it
Then
Right,
combo
off the...
starts, yeah.
pay 1. Twilighting.
Okay, maybe he's gonna do it
We
here.
will look at the top 3. Oops, no, not whole thing. Search 3. Then we will
So yeah, to keep everyone updated, she
put
does still
one in
need
the hand.
a Granny Smith and a Vice Headmare Starlight Glimmer. If he's
one
going to do the
on
combo proper.
He
top,
might not
then
need the glimmer with the amount of AT or he'll gain from the lunch breaks,
Right.
but on the other hand, I think Cheese is going to
Then,
find himself retiring some friends next turn,
To the
which
cornered.
pay 3
he knows about. He knows about that cornered.
for
Tom found that cornered and revealed it with
a
Latest greatest, yeah.
latest greatest
another
creation.
Starlight Glimmer.
Unless
Then
he's just going to take his lunch breaks right here.
Maybe
That
he's
is
thinking of just taking a
the
single lunch
first
break.
unicorn I've played. Let's pay 1 to draw. Okay. Let's pay 3 for a lunch break, which banishes itself.
Okay. Maybe he's thinking
Then
3
pay
extra turns is good
1
enough.
for a Tranquility.
I would play
We'll
Tranquility
copy the
now. You're going to
Tranquility.
lose all that AT.
So the first Tranquility gets me 3 AT.
Yeah, that's a fair point. I mean, I guess he
Oh,
does
well,
need
he's
to
gonna
draw
pl-
for...
The
Is he just
second
going to
Tranquility
play a
gets
lunch
4
break off
AT.
this AT? Oh, but you don't get to copy that.
And draws a card. Then
Yeah, play that Daring Do.
pay 1 to draw. Pay 1 to draw.
Oh,
Pay
play
1 to
that.
draw.
Well, there's the third lunch break.
I have to use all this AT.
Yeah, I would
okay.
play Daybreaker and Daring Do,
Okay.
personally.
Let's pay 4 to play a second lunch break.
Okay.
Okay.
There were 2 floating extra turns now, I believe.
Yes.
Okay. I will go to end of turn, discarding. Oh, and there's more counters.
Honestly, as far as I'm concerned, I don't care if she has 4 or 10. You just can exhaust her whenever you want.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So that one's
Cheese
that.
might run out of AT counters if we were
Then
keeping track properly.
yeah.
Mhm.
End of turn, hand limit. Okay. So then I have 2 more turns. So first, second turn, or first extra turn.
For what it's
First,
worth,
second turn.
yeah. For what it's worth, I think you have the right
40,
idea with the dice to track extra turns, given the way
gain 4,
these lunch break games tend to go.
draw a card.
Yes, it's going to be helpful for everyone involved to know just how many extra turns there are.
I will
Even though I
challenge,
don't think it actually wound up going past the
Chrono
1
Trigger.
turn the
Alright.
time I did that.
Oof.
Yeah. See, this is why I would have
think
played the Daybreaker.
Oh, no, you're up by 1, I think.
Yep. Yeah, I also think that.
It is a rough flip for
Yep.
Cheese. That's
Okay.
the only card that lost him that
Let's
face-off outright.
Yes, without
um,
being a tie yet, because he still had a Trixie in there as well for a
Okay.
tie.
Let's exhaust.
I disagree, Cheese. You should play Lunch Break. and not make any AT this turn.
Okay, let's pay one to draw.
Okay, there's Starlight.
Yep.
Okay. Let's exhaust that. And pay 2 for a Daring Do.
Okay.
And
So he's
Pay
trying
3 for
to
Daybreaker.
okay,
right.
I will
And then you
go to score phase.
Yep.
And confront
well, I guess not.
lacking.
Yeah, Cheese is not playing this game the way I would have
Okay.
played it.
Now it's my second extra turn.
Like, he didn't even copy a single event
Okay.
this particular turn.
Ready. Ooh. Ready.
Right. Well, I mean, the only event that he cares to copy is lunch break at this point.
In his hand, yes.
In his hand,
We'll
yes.
spend 3.
So you don't challenge Starlight. Well,
This
No,
round he does
not
not
challenge
challenge
Starlight.
Chrono Trigger, yeah.
No, I wouldn't challenge 6 on
For
6.
a new headmare.
So the thing is
we'll
if
pay,
Cheese doesn't win before passing to Tom, Tom's just going to play that cornered and make
then we'll
Cheese
pay
very
3
sad.
Mhm.
for another
for
lunch break, and then you get 2 more or 3 more extra turns. Oh, okay.
yeah, for a Starlight.
Yeah, now he needs 1 more AT to play the
But
lunch break.
still only 1, 2, 3.
Okay. But he does have
5.
enough.
You need stupid numbers of unicorns to actually.
He does have enough
Exhaust
unicorns to
that.
copy the lunch break, even if he exhausts for an AT, right?
Yes.
So.
Yeah, he has 1 at
Technically
his
have
problem,
extra AT
2
here.
at Tom's
Okay, so it's
problem,
1, 2,
and a whopping 4 at
3,
home,
4.
which
I can
is
actually exhaust 2 of them.
6, and he needs to exhaust 5 of them.
1.
Right. I think based on his comment, he was actually entertaining the possibility of double copying the lunch break.
Yeah, but that requires a
Uh,
total of 10 unicorns, 2 of which must be Magic Instructor. I believe he just exhausted 1 too many unicorns there.
And I've played 2 unicorns this turn, so that reduces the cost by 2. So
No,
pay
no,
1 to dodge.
he's fine. No, because
And pay
what's
1 to draw.
1, 2, 3.
Okay.
No,
So
yeah, he has
then
exactly enough. Yeah.
I'll spend 2 for a lunch break. I will exhaust.
Make sure to copy the right thing,
Yeah, pretty
or
sure.
exhaust the right things this time.
1, 2, 3, 4 to copy. So that's 2 more.
2 turns. Just threw the Granny Smith. Oh.
Yeah.
Whole combo is.
I think I finally actually have the cards I need. It just took forever.
We built the spaceship as we were
Score
launching
phase,
it.
confront for 1.
Right.
I do gain an action token off that. However,
You lose it
at
immediately.
end of turn, I lose all my action tokens.
Yeah, he could have played the worn out, I suppose. You know, to find Trixie.
Gain 4.
But he seems to have forgotten that his main has an ability.
Now, does he have enough AT
2
to
extra
win
turns.
with all these turns?
Uncertain. If he beats this Glimmer, that's 4 points right there.
Right.
And then DFOing is another 3 points. So that's 7 out of the 15 points he needs, or 13 rather. And he does have the Magic Instructor in play already. So it's just
3 of these.
3 AT for the first point, because he needs the barrel and
Then
to actually play the
spend
Granny
1
Smith, and then 1 AT for every point
white.
after that. Well, you would prefer to do that all in one go, but I would have waited until the last possible turn.
Right.
Which would have been next turn, I suppose.
Right, because now you paid for the singing barrel twice.
Spend
right.
2 to
We are
play
in it now.
Granny Smith. I will start a face-off between Daybreaker
Wait,
and
why can't I see Daybreaker? Ah, that's why.
she's hiding. Or I choose Daybreaker, and then you have to choose Garble.
Yep.
So face-off.
Hmm.
Okay, I win the face-off.
It
So I score a
is
point,
possible
gain an action
for
token.
Cheese to lose
Yeah, you
because he
can
still has that
leave
Phlegm
it
and
on the
Flam.
field and continue flipping. I know how this works. You
Yeah.
don't put it in your hand every time.
Now the only thing is this read the manual. I need it, so I need to actually like pay attention to where it is in deck.
Ah, okay.
That's a fair point on Cheese's part.
So it's 5 down.
He copies that read the manual, then he got all the ammo he needs.
Yes, that's a lot of action tokens. He can do it next turn as well, though. He does still have one additional turn.
And you mentioned that, yes, he has that Flim and
so he can
Flam
pay 2.
potential in
Play
his
Granny
deck as
Smith.
well.
He
Flip.
also has a Trixie, which he could flip, and Tom could flip a 7.
Cool.
Yeah, it's very important to get rid of all of the Flim and Flams and Trixies
Actually,
from
there's
your deck
2
before you
cards
start the
that are
combo.
powerful. Gain a point. Go on bottom. Return to hand.
We do catch that action token. Studious is a mandatory trigger. Oh, actually.
Wait, what about technically you have a
So-
few
Yeah,
tokens.
so the these face-offs don't have a location.
Ah, I see. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I see.
Oh,
Yeah.
and I guess he would have only gotten 3 points for
Um,
beating the Glimmer. I forgot he never actually played the
What
other
I
Daybreaker.
actually want to do here is pay 1 to play Worn Out
Right. So this is to get rid of
to
the
move your
Flim and
main
Flam.
home.
Okay.
Exhaust
This
Royal 2.
does mean he cannot play the Read the Manual this turn.
Maybe.
But as stated, he does have
Wait,
one
actually,
additional turn.
yes. Okay. Grab the 0 flip out of my deck.
I see. Yeah, makes sense. That's the
He
one
still
way you
has
could
the
use
Trixie.
face-offs.
Yeah. Because I'm at 6.
Yeah, I have 7s in my deck, so yeah.
And you have 7s, and I really can't lose the face-off. So what we're actually gonna do here is go to score phase, confront for 1.
Okay. So yeah, this
Yep.
is
And
this is going to be his last extra turn.
gain
after
an
this.
extra token.
You still have an extra turn after
Yes, I have 1 more extra turn.
Okay.
And we will
He's
for hand
forgotten a
limit
couple of
discard.
counters on Trixie
Yeah.
as well.
Right. I think we had at this point
Okay.
resolved that
Then
Trixie's sitting there with a giant stack on her, and that's how
next
it is.
turn. Ready. Gain AT. Draw a card for turn.
I wish we could tell how many
Okay.
cards were left in Cheese's
We're
deck.
gonna start the turn by playing the Betrayed, frightening your frightened friend.
Oh, right. We did
Exhaust,
confirm
search.
that.
That is possible now, yes.
Okay.
Removing the 1 flip.
Good.
The rules changed recently to allow you to
Okay,
choose
then
a
exhaust.
target that is already in the state that you want it to be. This
Um,
was a big deal for Applejack's Epiphany.
I didn't think
Because
of
you
that
couldn't
either.
choose to
That's fine.
exhaust a
Oh, it doesn't matter anyway.
character
Okay,
that
I have
was
enough.
already exhausted, or ready a character that was already ready.
Right.
Okay.
So there were times
one.
where the opponent only had exhausted
For
characters, and you still wanted to play Epiphany
Singing
to
Barrel.
dismiss a resource,
Into
and you
1.
had to do something you didn't want to do.
Go back. Spend 2.
Fair enough. Yeah. And I thought about it that way.
Granny Smith. Flips. Okay, that'll be at the bottom. So after 2 more face-offs,
Okay.
that returns the hand. Get a point.
So,
Get an action
There's
token.
3 cards in Cheese's deck right
Bottom.
now.
Okay, if
Spin
Cheese
2.
knows the number of cards, then yeah, this makes a lot of
Granny
sense.
Smith. Flip.
I
Cool.
believe, so long as Cheese counts
Point.
it right,
Gain an action token.
this should be
Bottom.
good.
Hand. Spend 2. Granny Smith. Flips. Score a point. Gain an action token. Bottom. Return to hand. Pay 1 to draw.
There it is.
Okay.
And there it is.
Then spend 3 to play. Read the manual.
Get it right this time.
Up to
Puts it in Vanish File.
6. And
With
then
as few cards as Cheese had in his deck, he's very lucky he didn't flip one of those low flips when Tom flipped a high flip.
and
He did realize,
3
I need to make sure this doesn't happen,
copy
but
that.
he didn't realize until after he played Granny Smith 2 or 3 times
Oh yeah,
first.
Starlight plus 3. Okay. Plus the other Starlight, I guess. And then that goes up to
Right.
11.
To his credit,
Okay.
or at least in his defense perhaps,
Then I just repeat
He-
this.
was thinking of other
Exactly.
things at the time.
Yes.
Yeah, as often as you need to, I get it.
Yep.
So what do you have? A 3 and a 4, I think.
Yep. So I
Oh,
can't lose the face off.
Yeah,
then
Tom
you get
has
it. All
no
right.
chaos in his list.
Yep.
So it is despite not being deterministic, it is actually deterministic. Like the rules do not say it's deterministic because those mysterious cards in Cheese's deck are who knows what numbers they could be. But we know they are in fact a 3 and a 4.
Yes. Yeah. And so everyone agrees that we can just, well, I mean, if Tom concedes, Tom concedes.
Right, yes.
All right. So that is the first game. I'll admit that was definitely, I was looking forward to you seeing that one. With the, respectfully, perhaps, to myself, some of those combo turns get a little bit beyond me.
Okay, yeah. He definitely played it not the way I would have. Like you said, he assembled the rocket ship as he was launching it there. But he does have a lot of experience with the core version of the list. So I think there's just an adjustment that he has one mentality and it's like, oh right, I actually have to be thinking about these other things, like the fact that I have a 0 and a 1 in my deck.
Right.
But he did get there in the end.
Yep.
He didn't need the bone and he didn't need the Lusterdon. He just needed to take 5 turns in a row.
As you said, sometimes that's all we need.
Yeah. He didn't even beat up the Glimmer, right?
He didn't.
He tried and failed and then said, yeah, I don't need those points. It's fine.
Yeah. Did he ever confront anything?
Well, yeah, he got a few points off the confront.
He got a couple daring do's. Yes.
Especially, each of his additional turns, except for the last one, he was confronting. So.
That's right. All right. So that's adventure. In core, we are going to see a thorax mirror.
Good. This is not the first thorax mirror, if I'm remembering correctly.
I'm pretty sure we had one before. Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it Ivory and Pancake or?
Pancake is not running
No,
thorax.
he's not. Okay.
Half the field is, I believe it is Tom, Ivory, or I guess it's Tom and Sim.
It was Tom and Ivory. That was the match.
Yeah.
I remember that was his round 1. Yeah.
Right. Which made me very happy as I built 2 decks which I feel are favored against thorax. One of which we've seen against thorax even.
Mm-hmm.
They do have different lists though.
Slightly so, yes. I have Tom's list on the stream right now.
Yep.
Up side by side. Where are you? Jeez. There you are. They're similar, but yes, slightly different. Takes me a while to spot.
Yeah,
like those
Tom
spot the
has-
difference puzzles.
Tom has friends that are always there, while I believe Cheese has I always forget focused attention, I believe.
Okay. Yes.
Friends are always there is a good standby for Thorax, since of course, if your opponent has no resources and no troublemakers, you just say, well, this is 2 cost, 6 power, and that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Focus-
Potentially even more than that, depending on your problems.
True, yeah. Well, and if you have a Birds of Feather in play and all this
Yeah.
other stuff.
Yeah,
Critters are good
Yes.
for the deck. While the Continentals list, which I believe Cheese is based off of, was running the focused attention because it is a way to boost Thorax, even if something really weird happens, right?
Right.
And also, literally the only thing that can stop it is making your opponent's main not be at that problem anymore. Whether that's moving it or sending it or replacing the problem, that is it. You can't exhaust the main. You can't reduce the main's power to 0. You obviously can't dismiss or frighten the main or anything like that.
Mm-hmm. No immediate speed troublemaker insertion, nothing. Yeah.
Right. So, because We're Back was as popular as it was, even though I don't think it actually saw much play at Continentals, the call there was focused attention in anticipation of more troublemakers than actually showed up at Continentals.
There's also Cheese has a raccoon rampage.
Right.
Although I suppose he boards it in this match, doesn't he?
Yes. Without even looking at Cheese's list, my guess for the sideboard is 2 Raccoon Rampage, 2 Focused Attention, and 1 Guard Geese.
That's incorrect.
Okay.
I guess I'll reveal it here for the crowd. I lost track of there we go. But it is 2 Spooky Ruins, 2 Focused Attention, 1 Raccoon Rampage.
Oh. Interesting. I suppose the Guard Geese is something you can actually play, right? Like, it is a critter for Thorax and Birds of the Feather. It's not the worst thing to draw, while Spooky Ruins does in fact not do very much here, yeah. And theoretically, Cheese could hit something with the Raccoon Rampage. It flips high. Yeah, this makes a lot of sense.
Okay. In Thorax versus Thorax, Disruption is kind of king.
Yep, the person who draws the most disruption usually wins. Or the person who draws the most bunyips.
Also, fair point.
If you draw 3 bunyips, it frequently doesn't matter how much disruption the opponent has.
All right. Well, yeah, it's a simple match. It's a seemingly simple match. Thorax is always harder to play than people give it credit for, I think, though.
There is a lot of counting, especially when Birds of the Feather hits play.
All right. Shall we get to it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And of course, the other case where a lot of counting
Okay,
might
and
come
you're
into
starting
play
first?
is
Or you get the choice. but I
face-offs
can.
where both players have Thorax involved.
I think I don't get the choice,
Yeah.
but yeah, I would.
It's right. Tom goes first.
Oh, okay.
2 snack stands is fantastic.
Keep.
I will keep.
Does have the advantage of going first.
Okay. 2,
Ch-
3.
Cheese
I will
actually has a
spend 2
turn 1 confront
to
here,
move.
so
And draw
that's
2.
pretty good too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Actually,
Um,
that's a defend the hive.
I will.
Oh. Yeah,
Go
okay.
score phase. Confront.
And thorax will in fact be
Wait,
large
no,
enough.
Unless you have a
yeah,
thing.
yeah, confront is good. Confront is good.
Yeah. Flip. I will spend one to defend the hive.
Okay,
Move over.
I don't know
Confront
how
your problem.
Tom comes back from this.
Oh my god.
Flips. That was like the perfect start.
Yeah, you keep that hand
I lose a bunyip.
every
but
single day.
Mhm.
You keep the turn 1 DFO against thorax.
Seems good.
Ooh.
Took literally all of his AT and half of his
Oh.
hand, but now Tom has to
Thinking, what
confront
do I
one of these
name?
difficult to confront problems.
Well, 5 is not super difficult to confront.
5 is difficult when all of your 2s don't count unless you have a 3.
That's actually a good point. Yeah.
And there is no thorax or boosted thorax here. And I believe that's a friends are always
Still named critter.
yeah, named critter
Okay,
with 0
so
critters in hand.
80.
That is bold.
Okay, think.
Unfortunate though it may be, Tom is somewhat familiar with this circumstance.
Of not being able to boost his thorax.
It'll be
yes.
easier than it was against you, for what that's worth.
Yes.
And he does have those 2 snack stands.
Yellow, of course.
Which can generate a lot of value over time.
Yeah, so play your free Fluttershy.
Wait, do I even want
No,
to?
you do not want to put Gummy back.
Yeah, I think I don't want to. And your turn.
Okay.
Can Cheese actually play this Birds of a Feather?
Gain 3.
I think he can.
He can, but fortuitously enough, Tom does have a Pegasus in play now.
Right.
I'll spend 2. 4.
Yeah, it's really risky to play Birds of a Feather here. I don't think I would.
I will.
Because you would have to retire all 3.
Eat 3 critters.
Cheese is going for it.
And spend 1.
So I get priority, and I use the priority to bounce Birds of Feather.
Yep. Okay. Pass turn.
Okay, ready? 18,
Yeah, that was pretty greedy. Understandable, but greedy. See, now if Tom had chosen Pegasus instead of Critter, well, okay, I guess he played that to home instead of to the problem. Playing the long game here.
Right.
Your turn.
Okay.
Which,
gain 3.
well,
draw a card.
I guess we'll see. We have the benefit of knowing that Cheese's hand is actually not amazing, given he lost all his critters.
So, I hope Cheese doesn't do this, but it would be very funny if he tries to play Birds of a Feather by retiring Antoine here. Because then he won't have enough yellow requirement to play Birds of a Feather.
Oh, wow.
I'll pass turn.
Okay, he didn't do it. I really wanted to see that happen just because it would have been funny, but I didn't. I expected him to see that. Plus, Antoine is just such a valuable friend; he wouldn't want to retire it here.
3 critters.
That's pretty lucky. And Tom doesn't need to play them all there, but it's so much safer, right? If he only put 1 critter there,
never mind.
and then paid 2 to move Thorax, and Cheese had anything, then Tom wouldn't be confronting, right? And Cheese does in fact have anything. He doesn't have a Pegasus, but everything would have been 2 power.
Right.
Oh,
Ugh, come on. Yeah, no, this isn't the risk. I miscalculated. This doesn't work anyway. I thought I could do a double, but I think I can't. So yeah, to confront, bring out your best.
Sure.
okay. So now
And
Tom
your
is
turn.
honestly in a very good position compared to
Gain
Cheese.
3.
Okay.
Draw
You
a
said you
card.
couldn't see how Cheese could lose this match. I guess we've seen it.
Now,
I'll pass turn.
Okay.
passing makes sense here because
Ready?
I think you just
One,
want
two.
Tom to do see if Tom does the DFO,
Interesting.
because Cheese
What?
can't really leverage the current board state and would be in a better board state with a DFO.
And Torin for free.
But if I was Tom,
Mm-hmm.
I would just play that bunyip and single. Force Cheese to outrace you somehow.
Mhm.
Bunjip.
Well, it looks like this is going to be
Retire Ben
A-
Bunjip for Antoine.
big haul of points.
Return Bunjip.
He is on the
Mhm.
Unity 15, I'm pretty sure, for that Fluttershy.
Yeah. Exactly.
See, I would have required
Attempt to
Antoine.
confront
You
is
could have
vector
gotten
T
an extra
first.
critter.
Sure.
Attempt to confront. Bring out your best for 2 points.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Well, for
Can I still frighten Bunjip?
sure.
Thanks. For 2 points because of kind as can be.
Yeah.
Cheese the sportsman. There.
No.
Yeah. Then you confront. Bring out your best.
Yeah.
I needed to confirm to myself that Fluttershy doesn't need to be at the problem to get that
She
bonus.
sure doesn't.
Okay.
2.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
Not on both.
I'm pretty sure Tom knows that because he was confused by that when I was playtesting
Well, and then
Thorax for Continentals.
Right.
And he was like,
I call
wait,
critter.
how'd you score an extra
Why
point?
would
I
you
said,
feed off
well,
his bodyguards?
Fluttershy.
Let's see.
And Tom is the type to retain
Some critters.
that kind of knowledge. Once it's happened, he remembers it.
8. 2, 3, 4, 6.
All right.
Yeah,
So, yeah, from that nightmare start, he's now got himself a 4-point lead.
And 2 AT gens and an Antoine and 2-point gens.
Your
Like,
turn.
Only thing he's missing is a bird's of a feather.
Okay.
yeah.
Gain 4.
Now I'm kind of in the state, I don't know how Cheese comes back from this, but then I remember Cheese has 10 AT. That said, Tom still has 1 AT to Spooky Story
That's
here.
A2. To play Antoine. So that's 4.
Cheese did name Critter, as if that needed saying. Bring out your best.
Retire Antoine. Pay 1 for a featherweight.
Oh, interesting.
Pay 2 for a Fluttershy. And then pay 2.
Did he just decide that it's too risky to go for a Birds of a Feather here?
Only has plus.
Right, because Yona's in play.
Right.
Okay. Go to score phase.
Yep.
Attempt to confront, bring out your best.
Confront is good, but well.
Okay. Confront unsparkling cider.
Nope. But on Thorax, of course.
Okay.
And yeah, as I said,
That's fine.
Thorax Mirror is ruled by the disruption.
Right.
Now the question is,
Yep.
can Tom win the face-off?
Already.
These critters will go up to 3 power after the first confront.
Alright.
So Tom could bounce one with Yona.
Wow, that is an interesting trigger ordering.
Antoine.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yona would have to be at the problem that you don't confront first.
Oh, right. Okay. Right. Because otherwise those are simultaneous. Or the trigger. Wait.
No.
What?
It could be either one,
Move
actually,
my
because Fluttershy is a static ability. It is
mate.
just on.
Right.
Go to
You confront, and
score
then
phase.
Yona goes, "What is 3 power?"
Attempt to confront unsparkling cider for
Gotcha.
3 points because of 2 pine can be.
Yeah. Now I know Tom's going for the single face off. Cheese can
spend
actually
one
avoid
to
it
Unset
by
the
retiring
card
one
to
of his
be
critters of
at
the other problem.
the problem.
Okay.
Yeah, you still confront.
But he
At 2
Eh,
points,
I-
I think. As
Yep.
if I have
that's a
used
very
50.
subtle line to see, so I don't hold it against him for
And-
missing that.
Oh, and
He would
single
need to
face
retire
off.
2, actually.
Yes. Well, he could do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but it's pretty bad.
I think you win.
Yep.
Well, I mean, it would mean not
Oh,
taking this
Stu.
2 bonus point face off.
Lost,
He was
yes.
probably gonna lose.
That's also true. Fluttershy should not have gone home.
Well,
Oh,
it's lucky for
right.
you. Get rid of Bunjip. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Get rid of
Fluttershy bad haired.
token.
You
Yes.
need to specify
And
what
your
Fluttershy.
Right.
This list has,
Gain 5.
I believe,
Draw a
4
card.
different Fluttershys. 3 of which cost 2. No, it has 5 Fluttershys. 3 of which cost 2, 1 costs 3, and 1 costs 4.
Yeah. Good point.
And then
I missed that misplay during
Oh.
the edit and during
I
the
can spend a critter token.
recording.
Spend 1 for Yona. And then spend 1 to draw a card. 1 to draw.
See,
Spend
I would
2
retire
to give up.
Antoine here to get that Fluttershy into play to play Antoine.
Okay.
Right.
Score phase.
Go to double face off.
Confront.
So we'll take him up
Flip.
to 9.
See, the thing is,
I'll get 3.
Cheese has no disruption, so unless they both flip 1 bonus problems, and even in that case, Tom just wins this turn.
Right.
So yeah,
Pass.
Okay, ready.
Cheese needed to dig 1 card further, though the card we saw was in fact not disruption, so it didn't matter. Now, on the other hand, Cheese didn't dig, so Tom might go, oh, well, if Cheese didn't dig, then he must have something, so I have to play around it.
Right.
But when you have that much AT
Mm-hmm.
and
Effectively
2
9.
snack stands
Yeah.
and an Antoine and 2 Swift friends, I don't know that you care.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go on. Oh, you want to do something after priority and stuff? After I play?
That's fine.
Fairly confident of it
Attempt to
now, then.
confront mystery.
Sure.
Then I should win the game.
Yeah, it should be 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep.
There we are.
All right.
All right.
Well, I mean, it didn't even need to DFO there. That was just a flat 3 points off of the single there. Yeah.
4 points. Yeah.
4. Oh, no, it still only 3. The last trigger didn't happen.
I guess, yes.
The game ends too fast. But yes, a potential 4 points. So, okay.
I'll admit again, that was the second reason I wanted to bring someone who hasn't seen the game before to see the reaction to Cheese's God hand there.
Yeah, like, now, Tom actually had a very good hand for recovering from that. While he didn't have the friends immediately to get there, he had disruption to stop what Cheese does. He had a friend he could play, and he could play that friend for free from 2 snack stands. So Cheese had a fantastic start that he could not leverage, while Tom had the tools that, like, if Cheese hadn't done that, we would have just been going, oh well, Cheese can't win this because Tom has such an AT advantage here.
Right.
That what does Cheese even do?
Yep. And he had mentioned after the game that he missing all of his resource removal such as well. So
Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, that takes us to game 3. The coin flip does come up adventure, meaning we are going to be looking at Tom's Bluna list versus Cheese's BRB control.
Now, under normal circumstances, I would say Cheese has a monumental advantage. That purple, orange, white list is very good at making sure the opponent doesn't have the resources it needs to overcome its walls. However, this is the Invitational. These are not normal circumstances. The rules are different, and that deck is missing a very important card. And that card's name is Mistbane. And I personally think that that deck does not work without the Mistbane. I believe he replaced it with Cleaning Up, but as good as Cleaning Up is, and I will stand by that card, I'm running it myself in the Invitational, it doesn't end the game.
It does not. Certainly not the way
And
Mistbane does.
And I feel like the ability to end the game is very important when playing against a fast deck like I believe it is Mono Bluna. No, it's Bluna Orange, right?
Bluna Orange, yes.
I should know. I played against this.
So I have Cheese's deck up right now.
Right.
So he does have the 3 corianders, the theme card of this tournament, as I've said. He does have Grubbers. He does have Exposed. These are all useful tools.
My favorite part about this list is the one of Tranquility.
Cheese actually sideboards it in this match.
Oh, I wouldn't. Why would you sideboard it? No, it's fantastic. It is better to have that Tranquility than not to have that Tranquility, I would say.
Right. For the it is effectively not in your deck, and you get a Trixie counter sometimes.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, that makes sense actually.
The only reason to sideboard it is because it flips for 2, and I don't think you care that much against Bluna about your flip average, because you should be trying with this specific list to minimize the amount of times Bluna can even challenge with a realistic chance of winning.
Yep.
I mean, obviously that's the dream. Doesn't always work out that way.
Yep. So I have Ocellus up there because it is actually one of the few ways in this deck to remove something like once it gets into play.
True. Yes. I believe it is just Ocellus and those It's Gonna Works, and of course Sudden Closure, which is a very powerful card.
Right.
And any cleaning ups you use on those, though, he only has the one cleaning up. Yeah.
Alrighty. Over.
He kept the misfire and not the tranquility. Oh, because of there are actually cards. Right, yeah, okay.
Double diamonds, yes.
Double diamond, right. Playing magical misfire to make your opponent not DFO sounds like the funniest thing I've ever heard of.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah. I believe this Tom list is straight from Living Silver's list at Babs. I believe it is 1-for-1, no changes.
I'd have to go look it up, but I'm willing to take your word for that.
Which I would have added some lunch breaks personally.
That is the direction that is going in. Yep. Although, I mean, yeah, we saw during it was your match with Grandpa the last time, wasn't it? Ooh, yeah.
He played 2 lunch breaks and I played 0. And his deck doesn't even rely on lunch break. It's just good. My deck does rely on lunch break.
Turns out taking more turns than your opponent is good when you're an aggro deck.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's also good when you're a control deck, and
it's
just
need
good.
To be,
yes,
you need to be able to afford it. But because of the Apple Bloom package, I feel that this particular list can in fact afford it.
Right.
Apple Bloom and Wonderbolt Stadium.
Yes, both. And this even has the follow my lead synergy.
Yes.
Yeah, for the Apple Bloom. Well, for the Apple Bloom, yes.
I believe we have entered the era, and by have entered, I mean like years ago, where if you are running Apple Bloom Remarkable, you are also running Follow My Lead.
Yeah.
The 2 cards just go so well together, especially in a list like this where you have built-in free movement on your main. Like, chances are that card is in your discard pile for exactly 1 priority window, unless you are exhausting a second Apple Bloom, right?
Right, yeah. All right. So, I was going to say good old-fashioned control versus aggro. That's not untrue. But
this is a pretty different aggro list.
Yeah.
I like Tom's riled ups here. Turns out bailout makes Bluna sad, and Bluna is less sad if she's riled up.
Well put. Yeah. That is. It's not the only use for it. The what is it? Competitive 2? If you wait,
Competitive 3.
Competitive 3. That's right.
Yeah, but I think that's unlikely to be the primary reason you're playing the card, but it is a reason you can play the card, to be sure.
Yeah. All right. One game between them.
Yeah.
Shall we?
Yeah, let's see what happens here.
Okay, and I'm going first here.
Orange.
Oh, Cheese only has 70 minutes, huh? That's also kind of a disadvantage here.
Is a fair point to make, yeah.
Tom also appears to be at 15 points, which might be an even bigger disadvantage. Cheese does get to go first and take out the best card in Tom's hand, which, because Cheese does not have resource removal, is probably the staff, though it might be the...
Let's mull.
I keep.
Well, considerations will change when Cheese draws his new hand.
Yeah, like, the first mate mullet is also a pretty good choice. Like Apple Bloom is just not very. Like she's fast here if Tom is willing to disrupt his hand, but you can't really
Okay.
afford that against a deck that is going to make you discard many cards, right?
Right.
Oh, and I'm going first.
Yep.
The other thing, I forgot to bring this up.
Gain 2.
One
spend
thing that strikes me
2,
about Tom's deck is that if it loses Terrain Traditions, it actually doesn't have very many
exile,
routes into its orange.
exhaust.
No, it does not. This is something I was very aware of in
Pass
our
turn.
match as well. It's why I
Gain 3.
aggressively frightened his Apple Bloom when he had, I think, 0 cards in his hand in our match. Because I was just like, okay, this means you
Trigger,
cannot play
attempt to
orange cards.
confront.
Or if you can, it's very expensive for you.
Pass.
Okay. Ready. AT.
Cheese
So-
did. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, Cheese elected for
Once.
AT rather than disrupting Tom's
spend
hand.
2, and flip.
Immediately, I should
Search
specify,
for-
which is always a risk with Tempest. It's like, are you going to hit the best thing now, or are you willing to hit the best thing on outside of what they might have played turn 1?
Okay.
Right.
Then I get to see your hand.
So now Cheese has double Luna's Future. He's got plenty of resource removal.
Yeah, don't care about the staff in this particular
Glider.
instance. Now, I think I would have actually chosen the first mate mullet here. Night Glider is annoying, but all Night Glider is assuming you can keep. Night Glider only matters if Tom is winning, right?
Okay.
Right.
I will.
First mate mullet
Pass.
helps Tom get to a point where Tom is winning, and I think Cheese should be more concerned with that at the moment.
Draw. Sure,
Now,
let's challenge.
Yeah, if you're Tom here,
Okay.
you challenge. Why wouldn't you challenge?
Up to 5. Damn. Close one.
Yep.
Okay, let's see.
Luna being a free. Well,
Uh,
free move.
Yep, well,
Yeah.
Luna should go home. Well, someone goes home, and realistically, you choose Luna. I guess the reason you wouldn't have chosen Luna is if you intended to play staff this turn.
That's a fair point.
Yeah, I'm gonna move Apple Bloom.
Which I suppose. Yeah, he's looking at his hand. So
Then use Apple Bloom's ability. Luna gets stronger.
Yep.
Pay just 1 for the staff.
And then you
Pass.
challenge Factory Jack.
Okay. Gain 2.
apparently
No,
not.
apparently not.
Draw a card.
He's waiting.
Exhaust.
What? And I guess he.
I totally missed. Oh,
A 2 to banish
yeah.
your staff.
Staff's gone anyway. So
Cheese is in a weird spot. Like his hand doesn't do anything unless he has a troublemaker in the discard pile.
Yeah.
And even then, he doesn't have the white requirement. So he kind of just doesn't have a good hand right now.
Yeah. If he gets his white requirement and a grubber in the discard, he can have grubbers for days.
yep.
Yes.
For 1 and pass.
But you're right. Without,
Ready?
especially without the white requirement, that's
Draw.
those exposed are not looking so hot.
So, oh, right. Luna's at 4, right?
You
Because
still
we have,
challenge here because you're going to play that mullet.
Troublemaker face off, and yeah, it happens. I challenge.
Okay.
Cheese doesn't have any chaos in his list that I'm aware of.
Wait, thinking.
So this is the moment. He's at 4 rec for that riled up,
Yeah, it's fine.
but he doesn't choose to play it.
You get 0 points. You can play 2 wanna bets to score 2
Yeah.
points. But then you just paid,
No,
like,
not the
used
face.
your entire hand to get rid of a grubber that Cheese probably wants in the discard pile anyway.
Yep. I just thought it was funny because it did come up.
Yeah. It did actually come up, yes.
Let's play first. Yeah, I can do this because
Yep. You have
Yeah.
the color.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
This will
then
be
I
a single face-off,
confront, and then
Well,
it's
that
your
depends.
I suppose.
No, I'm confronting. Factory Jack has.
No,
stop it,
right.
so-
Cheese doesn't have the AT to stop the
Oh,
confront.
well, then it's a single face-off, I guess.
See, now I think this is what
Yes,
Cheese
you also
wanted to have
45,
happen.
So what I
'Cause I
do
think
I think
when you're
you're up by
Cheese,
1.
you just aggressively play this school
Okay.
shutdown.
Hmm.
two
And
school
now Tom
time.
has, I believe, 2 Brave Burns to enter orange, and that is it.
That is a line. We'll have to. Oh yeah, he can just play that next turn. Yeah.
He can play it next turn, but he does lose his Factory Jack, so you might wait a little bit for Tom to
And
develop a
then
little
it's
more or
your
whatever.
turn. I'm
But
just
Tom
making
only
sure
has
that
one
if we
card
can-
in his hand right now.
Wait, so AT, so
On the other hand, Cheese's
two
hand
from
is
one to two.
really
Yeah, that's
bad
point for confront.
after a
Well,
school
okay, good.
shutdown.
Okay. Game 3. Draw a card.
Marcellus at least gives him something to portal.
Exhaust.
Yeah.
For an action
I,
token.
the play here
Um,
is actually
spend
a
3.
Celis First Mate Mullet on top of Tom's deck, and then a Celis
To put
or
first mate
play
mullet on top of your deck.
Hooves to a Celis what's her name? Applebloom to the top as well.
Right.
And that lets you confront. And
Pass turn.
now Tom has nothing.
Yeah, AT.
Chooses to leave the apple bloom in play.
Yeah, let's see.
See, that's a little dangerous because there are 1 requirement orange friends in Tom's deck.
Mm-hmm. Smart cookie and
Like that. It's not a friend, but
yes.
Yeah, sure, I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
I forget if
Sure, I
he
guess.
has
I
Orchard
might-
Blossom in the
or
deck.
wait, does something say to a minimum? Nope.
The blue orange one? I'm pretty
Yes.
Guess I
sure
might
the
as
answer
well
to
play
that's
it for
no.
free and frighten Applejack. Attempt to the price tag off.
That is fine.
Pass the turn.
Now, I agree. I think letting Tom
Game
confront
4.
there is correct because
Draw a
it puts you at 4 AT, and Cheese is a deck where
Pay
you
2.
want to be at. You want your
And fight
opponent to be
Factory
at
Jack.
6 points and never 7.
Exhaust. Let's pay 2. Let's banish your stadium.
Okay.
Yep, makes a lot of sense. You pay 1 for the grubber here. And now it's a question of how risky do you want to be, right? You do you get rid of this orange wreck or do you wait until a face off?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Pass turn.
Waiting for the face off, I guess.
Ready, draw. Interesting. Troublemaker.
That's a pretty good card.
Thinking.
Strong card, yes.
Go to main phase.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, if Tom doesn't play it now, it's not going to remain in his hand.
All right, interesting. So
I think Cheese Hacks
would
actually has to take
work.
the trot instead at this point.
I should calculate. I should think.
Well, yeah. Yeah. Unless, wait, he can. I mean, he can play it this turn if he wants to.
If Tom plays the trot, yes. If I was Tom, I would play the trot, but if Tom passes with it still in his hand, it's what you choose with. Oh wait, he can he can still DFO this turn because of the Applebloom that Cheese has graciously let him keep.
Mm-hmm.
A card that he has exhausted twice now.
To confront the price take off.
That's fine.
Then, yeah. and everything goes there. And attempt to confront T-Rex Reign of Terror.
Okay.
I didn't really notice it
Applejack
until
gets
this point,
frightened,
but
then double.
it's honestly impressive.
What do I
Like
have a trigger?
Tom is running like
No,
a
I don't
pretty
think-
shoestring aggro deck here. He's got like 5 cards total,
Which
Yep.
am
and
win.
winning.
it's enough to
Bonus
DFO and score the
1.
points.
Oh, bonus 2 actually.
I mean
Yep.
that's what Plushy Dash does. That's what Luna does, right?
Yeah, it's risky though. You need to draw the cards.
Yes.
And your
Well,
turn.
okay, that's a buzzer keep away. That's one of the best problems around.
Okay.
Well,
Uh,
for stopping the opponent from confronting it.
Gain 4.
it's yeah.
Draw
Cheese
5.
is not in the position
Flip.
where he can leverage the ability just yet.
Yeah, so you just discard your card.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll spend 2. Flip. Exhaust for 1. I will
Like this is a
set a 6 for me on that side.
more comfortable board for the
See,
control
now,
deck.
it's a 6.
I
know the
would
confusion
not
with
have
6.
rallied Applejack there.
I will.
I think I
spend
would have
2
just school
for
shut down,
Teacup
honestly.
and exhaust.
My
spend
opponent is
1 to
at
draw.
10 points and 0 cards in hand. There's a troublemaker in play,
Okay.
and I have a lot of cards in my hand. This is the
Um,
best situation I'm going to have, right? Let's not commit to the board any further.
I will pass turn.
Okay.
Though I guess you wouldn't have had the troublemaker in play, right?
Draw.
And there's that friend that Tom can play.
Interesting.
No reason not to.
Well, that's
Yeah.
something.
Does have a fair stock of cards in his discard as well.
Yeah, this is
Well-
another reason why. Oh boy.
Ah, that's also something.
Pretty good draws.
Yeah, these were fantastic draws for Tom. Though that
Well-
misfire is, oh my goodness. Cheese, you see what happens when you leave your opponent with entry.
Well, discard follow my lead. Put play Wonderbolt Stadium for free.
Mm-hmm.
Cheese, you should respond to that.
One
Hmm.
and dip and dip and.
It is a little
this
weird,
goes to the
actually.
hand because I moved.
I mean,
Yep.
obviously Cheeses, he knows he has that
How much
Ocellus
you
and
have?
everything.
9, currently at 6.
Ocellus?
I mean, I still have 5 remaining.
Well, that is
so-
his removal
Oh,
thing, right?
I meant he should have
Yeah,
responded
sure, I'm gonna
to
banish 3 cards and then attempt to confront.
the thing with
it
the
even
misfire.
It's just.
Oh,
just
the-
Oh, right. That also makes sense. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, this one I shouldn't banish. Let's
yeah. You
just
actually have to be
banish
careful
this.
with what you banish here, Tom, because of school shutdown.
Okay. I'll pay 2 to portal her home.
What?
No, she portal home.
Wait. Wait, you
Why,
don't want
why
the
not
Applejack?
choose the Ocellus?
Or wait,
What?
no.
Yeah. No. Oh, yeah. No. Yeah. She's on top.
Okay.
Oh, okay. He has chosen Ocellus
So
and then left
your
Ocellus at
turn,
home.
I guess.
I suppose, yes.
Okay. Ready. Ready. Gain 4.
Okay.
Draw a card for turn.
So this is, well, it's still precarious for Cheese.
Exhaust.
Big hole to dig himself out of.
Yep.
And still no white entry either.
Yeah. I don't think that deck actually runs too terribly much entry because it
Pay
does rely
2,
on
move up my main.
trading traditions.
Um,
Yeah. See, now if you had put Acellus up there, could have held on to 2 AT cheese.
Yeah.
go to score phase.
Yep.
And I'll confront for 1.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, pass turn.
Okay.
Notably,
Ready. AT.
just for posterity's sake, that
Draw.
bailout. Oh, right. Bailout's 2
And
rec. I
let's
always forget
keep
that.
drawing. Interesting.
I was going to say he didn't have enough rec for the bailout, but 2 rec.
It's very interesting. So now I have options. I think the right thing to do is keep drawing.
Okay.
Hmm.
Double diamond's another obvious discard.
Double diamond.
Although now he's just
Mhm.
very much incentivized on that misfire.
Play this for free.
Yep.
Banish 2 cards. See,
Well, this is just going to be a repeat of the
and
previous turn, I
attempt
assume.
to
Yeah.
attempt to confront.
I will.
Of course.
You're at 4 plus
Except
5.
maybe a
Yep.
portal instead of a hooves.
Yeah, I guess you don't need the power right now, so Portal is probably the better call.
Pay 2.
Especially you have a
for
Trixie in play. Yeah.
Another hooves to put Smart Cookie on top of your deck.
This goes on. And your turn.
Okay. Ready. AT. Draw card.
Starlight.
Exhaust.
Useful. Doesn't fix the current problem. And yeah, now Cheese has invested a lot into.
Pay 1.
Well, he's probably not going to shut down from here. At least not going to want to.
Yeah. Not
Let's
unless he
pay
needs to.
3 for a glimmer.
That said, he really needs another troublemaker or white real soon.
Mm-hmm.
Go to score phase.
Yeah.
And confront for 1.
Yep.
And I'll pass turn.
Okay. AT. Keep drawing the same cards. And keep drawing some new cards. Well, that's something at least. Question is, do I even... Damn, this troublemaker. I just keep drawing.
Yeah, it's hard not to say that, like, if that apple bloom hadn't been in play, well, I mean, those Brayburns are entry technically.
Well, yes, but this would have been many turns later. Tom had a DFO that required that apple bloom. He would have had to have paid to have drawn through that apple bloom. Like, he wouldn't have AT Jensen play. Like, it's not saying that he couldn't recover, but it is like Cheese would have been in a better situation than he is right now.
Right.
Interesting.
There's a dilemma. Stuck together too, and Cheese is on 3 AT right now.
Do it like
Yep.
this.
Okay.
And then stuck together. Now.
This, well,
I will pay 2. I will portal Acellus
Okay.
up and put Smart Cookie on top of your deck.
Okay.
third verse, same as the
Put a
first.
counter on
Right.
Trixie.
Thinking this may still be fine, maybe. Yeah, I can keep drawing.
Yeah. What? He did that before the score phase, which is a little surprising.
All right, then yeah, I guess I'll
Don't do
just-
your tricks until the last moment, unless you have a
Yeah, I'll
good reason
just-
not to.
We missed that.
Trixie.
That's unfortunate.
Oh, from Trixie. Okay.
Oh, that. Yes, Tom does not have the orange rec for that.
Still, but
He could have just banished a Brayburn to do it.
Yes.
One there,
All right, that's reasonable.
I mean, I might as well. Yeah, sure. Attempt to confront stuck together.
Mm-hmm.
Pass.
Okay. Ready. Gain AT. Draw a card.
More white. And now
Exhaust.
that we're into the 5 AT plateau,
Right.
it is very hard to control an aggro deck when they have this much AT coming in.
Yes.
Pay 1 to draw.
Another
Yeah.
troublemaker. And
Okay.
there's the barrel finally.
There we go. I think you have to
5.
play Twilight and Rarity here, though, without any entry. Oh, he can't even play the Sun Closure either.
Mm-hmm.
Though I guess if Tom can play a Mystery Mare with only 1 orange.
Yeah.
Let's pay 1 for Singing Barrel into white. Then return. Then pay 2 for.
So
Um,
Cheese is finally in a position where he might be able to make things up. It's not a
Expose.
fantastic position, since
Put.
there is still another problem, and he doesn't have any more portal effects or anything.
Put into play
Mhm.
face up.
Yeah.
But he's also kind of running out of time,
Okay.
right?
So use smart cookie.
I mean, 37 minutes is in fact
module,
longer than a normal
a
match,
Brayburn.
but in a high stakes match like this, you want every second you can get, right?
Right. And he does, as I said, he's got a lot of points to make up.
Yes.
Okay. Go to score phase.
Yep.
And confront
Oh.
for 1.
Yep.
Should have played the Nightmare Moon.
Ready?
I mean, I guess.
Draw.
What is he holding? He has.
My main's at 5.
He can't play the Sun Closure.
Yeah,
right.
sure. Let's
He's got the bailout and the misfire.
Yeah.
Flip the 3, you flip a 4. I think I win this, unless, of course, you have stuff.
Which, unfortunately,
We will.
well, bailout and misfire are both kind of doing the same
Um,
thing because they're both attacking his main.
We'll
probably.
pay 1 to.
I would misfire first. Since is in fact off by 1.
Let's bail out your main. Discarding, it's gonna work.
That sucks.
And it has long-lasting repercussions as well. Since Smart Cookie can't use that discard pile, it gets rid of the power on Luna, and you get to draw a card.
Yeah, no can do, I guess.
But I guess Cheese's thought process is, it is a tie, and if I lose the tie, that's just really bad, because I would have had to spend 2 AT stomping this 1 face off.
Alright. Then this comes for 3, then I move my main. Then
okay, 1 sec. Yeah, that's fine. That's all fine.
Right.
Yeah, you should have banished it sooner, Cheese.
I will play magical misfire to banish your
Okay.
discard pile.
My entire
The whole the whole thing.
Oh,
And draw a
Wait.
card.
Yeah, they don't make them like that anymore.
well.
Sure don't.
Oh, well.
Portal, throw off the draw for
what can I
cheese.
even do
Be good.
Yeah, that's a
now?
great card to draw.
Well, I could at least. But you keep putting it back. I mean, do I even what we just want to? What should I do? Yeah, even immediate
mean,
stuff wouldn't be that useful. Unless
Did
my
Tom
hand
even
extends
have
straight,
7 cards
so
to banish to Smart
what
Cookie?
do I have? Well, I have this. I
Well, I didn't check.
have fastnet.
It
This
seems
could be
unlikely.
draw.
Yeah, you banished so many, well, like 5 already. And there was a big loop.
Yeah, let's say.
Hasn't been discarding much. I don't know.
Your turn.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, Tom with 10
Okay.
AT and 2 AT gens next turn.
Ready.
Ostensibly
9
3,
AT.
since he could play this other Apple
Draw a card.
Bloom. It's getting real tough for Cheese to make up this ground, and he doesn't have Miss Baines to do it with. He has to confront or challenge his own epics. That's it.
Well, it's
Oh, okay, no, that
exhaust.
obvious. What am I talking about? There's a buzzer keep away in play right there,
And
but still, that is limited to 1 a turn, and is very costly. Great card, but
Yeah. Need
you
a lot of
want to
AT
be in a
gens.
you need to be in a more commanding position than Cheese is in right now as well.
Yeah. I think Cheese's deck technically has
Okay.
a changeling thrown in it too.
let's pay 1
Does it really have a throne? Okay,
for
that makes sense. That
troublemaker.
throne is
Alright,
more
wait,
reliable and
wait.
cheaper.
So we play a troublemaker. Here you already have a troublemaker there, which I would have to defeat. My main is exhausted, very inconvenient.
Now, what is Tom wondering? Like,
Functions.
there's nothing he can do that a face-down troublemaker would matter right at this precise moment.
Only hasty he's got that really does anything is Rutherford.
Yeah, and there's nothing in Cheese's deck that could like uncover that immediately or anything.
Let's frighten Starlight.
Okay.
That said, frightening Starlight before she's exhausted is still viable, you know.
Let's pay 1
Well,
for
Cheese is down to half an hour left on the timer.
Yep.
a troublemaker.
Oh, that's ambitious. Though I
And
suppose
then
Cheese does not care if those cards are
let's
face up or face
pay
down.
2 to unfrighten.
Well, that one he cares about. Why would you?
I think is he not
Okay.
double confronting right now?
I suppose
score
he
phase.
is. Yes.
Which I guess he's going for the multi face
I'll
off,
confront Nightmare Knight.
which is also risky, right?
I'll confront Buzzer Keep Away.
Well, these
Yeah.
troublemakers are gone now. Yep.
But as stated, yeah, if
I
Tom
don't
doesn't
think
win the
I-
game this turn, those troublemakers will come back. They'll be strong epics.
One.
Well, they will be epics. Yeah. Then
lose
how is
1.
Cheese going to score his points? Well, I guess he replaces the Grogar with like a Sirens or something.
Yeah.
Okay. Flip problems.
Right.
Flip scares.
That also scares a friend on Cheese's side.
I did remind him of that.
Well,
The correct call is still factory check. Because it
Starlight
is
Glimmer
providing
is
orange.
still ready.
Oh,
Yep.
that's a good point.
Well, then I frighten Starlight.
Okay.
That is a good point.
I have a
I
home
think I
limit
still might have
of
chosen
4.
at factory check
There's
just because
2.
it turns off
And then
what's
that
it called?
leaves
Bailout.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll also get rid of.
But I understand denying the AT here.
Okay.
So
All right. Ready.
now Tom thinks he can
AT.
confront here, but he
Whoa.
can't.
Okay, so
because of the
Well,
one
portal.
should assume that
sorry.
we have something.
Tom can't confront two problems.
Yes.
Let's just start with going. No, going here. That's
Well, I mean, he's got plenty of AT. You
um,
have enough to, and those two. He can probably draw a few cards.
Yeah,
first
but he
upper
can't
bound
use
is not
Bluna.
This.
Right.
Then I play. Oh wait. I need two blue, white. Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. What's the plan? The plan is to somehow make sure that I can, yeah. And let's
Okay.
draw. Okay.
Something.
The plan is to make sure I can come. That's all there is to it. Then I can make it.
Yeah, I suppose we didn't point out that DFO did also put Cheese up to 7 points,
Upper bloom.
which is halfway there.
Right.
So the plan is to get.
Well,
Yeah.
almost.
There, so
I mean,
can I?
like it or not, he's in the position where he might be looking at just one more point than Tom being sufficient.
Yeah, exhaust her again. And exhaust this to play this for free. And move this.
Okay.
Um,
That.
He is not anticipating the fact that Portal's what's going to stop him from confronting here.
Right.
So I'm just gonna.
Right. But that is like
Yeah,
that.
sure.
That
Time to
confront
confront
can,
surprise takeoff.
goes through portal, right?
I will pay 2. I will portal.
Oh, right. Exposed. I forgot about exposed.
Exposed.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah, Expose is the important card
At
here
least I have stuff
because of the
for
grubbers.
the later phase of next turn.
Grubber. We'll get rid of Night Glider.
See, Night Glider
Turn.
is irrelevant at this point in
Okay.
the game. Oh no,
Oh, wait.
that's the other
1,
Night
2,
Glider.
3,
Right, never
4,
mind. Never mind.
5.
Oh yeah, you do.
The
have
Hasty Night Glider is actually
Yes.
very relevant.
Yep.
Uh,
Okay.
unfortunately
My
for
turn.
Cheese, Tom committed to
Ready.
the problem without the Grogar.
Yes, he played his
Just a quick time.
epics
update,
in the
25
wrong
minutes
configuration.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
Which I
Troublemaker
didn't think about that,
says-
but that was a gutsy move on Tom's part,
at least it's
committing
not
his
a
friends to a problem. But the face down
This one
troublemakers
Is a
there.
villain.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
And now Cheese
then
has
we'll
to
exhaust my main
ask himself,
for entrance exam.
how do I make it so
Then
Tom does
exhaust
not
Magic
score 2 points off of this Nightmare Moon?
Mhm.
Because he can't sudden closure, and well, he can. He has to play the Singing Barrel and do it during his main phase. And even then, Tom would be at 8 power versus 6, so you would be risking. I'm saying you choose the. I'm assuming you choose the Night Glider here.
Right. Night Gliders extra points are only problem face-offs, right?
Only problem face-offs. Yeah, unlike Daybreaker, who cares about any face-off. Yeah.
Pay 1.
Another portal is good.
Pay 2. And ready.
That lets him Portal of Celis to put Night Glider on top, which would give Tom a total of 10 power.
Okay.
8 in play and 2 on top of the deck.
Right. Still not great.
No,
I will
but if
pass.
all Cheese needs to do is flip a 4 at that point,
Okay.
but it's still a
Ready,
pretty big risk and one you would
80.
rather not take.
Draw. Yeah, sure.
that's the
Challenge Nightmare
dilemma.
Moon.
Wait. Before, so put that back on top. We're gonna pay 2. We're gonna portal Acellus up, and we're gonna put Night Glider on top of your deck.
Oh,
So now I can still flip
that does have
step down
6,
to
not 5,
7.
right?
Well, no, this is
Which-
after
Yeah.
you challenge. Before the
No,
flip.
I think that does have
okay.
5.
Flip.
That's really risky, Cheese.
Okay. So you are at
You are
at
losing
9.
the face-off,
8,
and
so
you have
you're at
no tricks.
3, 6,
Uh,
7,
Sorry,
8,
Night Glider is 6. Sorry, Nightmare Moon
9,
is 6.
10. You're at
If that
10,
was the
and I'm at 9.
Yeah.
question of yours.
Yeah. No. The problem, I believe, is 5.
The
Okay.
problem is
you win the face-off.
4. Oh, no.
Alright.
On Cheese's side, 5, yes.
Yes. And now Tom just wins the single that you let him
Let's
have.
see.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna draw. Okay. So.
Though even then, with the dilemma, Tom could just confront 2 problems at this point.
Right.
Pretty easily.
There we go. Alright, now the mission is. Yeah, now the mission is to make us.
So, with the writing on the wall, this is deterministic at this point. Tom has won this game. Not getting rid of that apple bloom, I think, really is
Yep.
what determined this game.
Then I banish 2 cards.
Yeah. There are a lot of orange
and
friends in play right
attempt to
now.
confront the
Hard to deny
dilemma.
that.
Apple bloom gave
Ooh,
Tom
got it.
a lot of AT.
That
Well,
was
not real
exhausting.
AT, but effective AT.
It took me a very long time to get entry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, look, nature of entry.
Yeah, I think Cheese just didn't realize how little entry Tom had in his deck.
Mm-hmm.
Or how much of it he could play off of just Apple Bloom. Or not the entry, but you know what I mean.
Right.
So yeah, congratulations to Tom, who now has a guaranteed top 3 finish, and congratulations to Cheese for making 4th this year.
That's right. 4th place is not without a prize this year. It is 2 points to next year's Invitational.
2 points.
4 was the cutoff for this year, so
No.
2 is not nothing. Granted, last year, Pause and Cheese sucked up all the points. But yeah, 2 is not nothing, and minimum 3rd place for Tom. 3rd place is 6, which is quite significant.
Yep. Though I do have some crow to be eating on my own here. I did predict. I did predict my opponent would be, I believe, either Pancake or Bigcheese.
Mm-hmm.
Turns out that's not the case, is it?
Yeah. Tom's had a like as a rookie to this tournament.
Yes.
There were probably not much in terms of expectations going in, but he's made a real run at it.
Yeah. He's guaranteed 3rd place. He does have to play against the one person he has lost a match to, being myself, which we are going to do a week from tomorrow, I believe.
That's correct. Yes, for those who, well, I guess I don't know if it's been announced. Well, it wasn't good. Anyway, yes, there will be no stream next week because of Ponyville Cider Fest.
Yeah,
a good number of people in the audience are probably going to be there.
Yeah. Then neither Tom or I are going, so we can play. I assume you're also not going, so you can
That's
officiate.
correct.
So
Yes.
it
so
works out well enough for us to play that particular weekend.
the match will be recorded that weekend, and then it will be streamed on the 25th as we embark on the home stretch of the tournament.
Yeah. So we could theoretically have played this weekend, but I am busy, and by busy I mean I am watching the charity fundraiser Desert Bus for Hope all week.
Yes. I took you away from that to press gang you into the stream. So why not say a bit about it?
Okay, so Desert Bus is great. By which I mean the charity Desert Bus for Hope is great because it's for a very good cause and it's very entertaining, and the community is honestly the biggest pile of positivity I have ever seen, and I am in the My Little Pony fandom. The premise is they are playing a game called Desert Bus for as long as donations come in. There's a whole algorithm, etc. And it typically lasts about a week, and it started 6 hours and 20 minutes ago now. And it's a lot of fun, and you should all check it out. And donate a few bucks if you can. And if you can't, don't worry about it. Just watch and have fun, or spread the word, or whatever strikes your fancy. But it's very silly. It is run by a lot of people, but a large group of those people are Loading Ready Run, which is a very talented Canadian improv and other entertainment forms of entertainment group. It's very fun, and it is my favorite week of the entire year, and that is counting Continentals. Continentals is merely my second favorite time of the year. But yeah, once we've wrapped up here, I am going to glue my eyes back to my monitor watching a different Twitch stream. I suppose actually I should just, is it okay if I put a link in the chat here?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so that goes to the Twitch stream, and this goes to their homepage where you can make a donation.
Yep.
Again, only if you feel comfortable and can donate. A large part that they stress is only donate what you can, and donate responsibly, because a lot of people want to go, yeah, this is such a good cause, let me give you my rent money, and then they don't have rent and they can't do anything. And don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that.
Like, it is great to help charities. It is fantastic. Do it when you can. In addition to the warm, fuzzy feeling, you are in fact making the world a slightly better place. But you do have to look after yourself as well in this world we live in, right? But yeah, go check it out if you can. And in the meantime, well, I guess not in the meantime, but after that, or stay tuned for another Meticulous Talks invitational match in 2 weeks against me and Tom.
Mm-hmm.
And anything else?
No, you've taken care of the sign off for me very well, except to say thank you to everyone in the audience for showing up. And thank
yes,
you,
absolutely.
Bugle, for taking time to help me out with this.
Yeah, absolutely. Someone needed to be here, and might as well be me.
All right. That'll be it for us tonight. If you have more time on Twitch, go ahead, check out Desert Bus if that sounds like your kind of thing. And I'm sure it does.
It's very fun. Yeah. Not constant. Like, you might, I don't know if they have a lull or anything right now, but the particular shift is known for it being particularly zany, so they might be doing something interesting at the moment. We'll have to see.
All right. Sounds like I shouldn't keep you away from it for any longer than I need to. So I am just going to say thank you all, everyone, again, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Have a good night.
Later.